Hi everyone, it's Maggie, one of the library circulation clerks from the Ossining Public Library. So today, I'm coming from you live in front of my home bookshelf, I guess, and we're going to talk about 5 graphic novels you can get on your smart device. You can read them on the Hoopla app or the Libby app, and these are some of my 5 favorite graphic novels that I've ever read. So the first one we're going to talk about today is Watchmen. It's by Alan Moore. It's from 1985. So you can see on the front cover, it is the winner of the Hugo Award and one of Time Magazine's 100 best novels. So this book is excellent. You can tell it's pretty long because it's basically one series that has been condensed into one book. But this book, not to give too much away, but it is a kind of deconstruction of the superhero genre. So if you kind of like stories that have a bit of a twist on them, this is a good one to pick up. It takes place in an alternate universe where America won the Vietnam War because they had the help of different superheroes. It's very like dystopian, very postmodern. I really enjoy the art in this. There's one chapter about mirrors called Fearful Symmetry, and the whole chapter, I don't want to give too much away, but the whole chapter is mirrored. So this is a great book to pick up. Let's see. If you've read V for Vendetta, if you liked the recent Watchmen TV show, if you watched the 2009 movie, I can't speak for the HBO show that just came out, but to me, this is much better than the movie that came out in 2009. The next graphic novel I'm going to show off is Volume 1 of Chew by John Layman. This one is called Taster's Choice. So this one is all about a police detective, and he has, again, kind of going with the whole Watchmen theme, supernatural powers. His power is that he can eat anything and tell you about the thing that he ate. So this being a detective kind of crime series, you know, there is some, you can tell he's holding a bloody something. Yes, he can eat parts of people and tell you about that person. So he uses these powers to solve crimes and things like that. So if you don't get grossed out too much, if you don't mind blood or violence, and you like kind of police stories, mystery stories, kind of horror-ish stories, this is a good one to check out. The next one we're going to talk about is Fables. This is by Bill Willingham. Like Chew is a part of, like, that's volume 1 in a whole series. This is volume 1 of Fables, Legends in Exile. So this is kind of a fractured fairy tales type story. So this one first came out in 2002 by DC Comics. So I think it's set in New York City. So all these different, I guess, like fairy tale figures and creatures are basically refugees. They're living in New York City. There's like your typical characters of Snow White and the Big Bad Wolf, who is a person in this, not a wolf, and different characters, Little Boy Blue, Red Riding Hood, etc. This one also has some, I mean, it's fantasy, it's like an urban fantasy series. The art is excellent. I mean, let me just see if I can show you a non-spoilery. So this is like, say, some of the interstitial art featuring Cinderella. So yeah, if urban fantasy is your thing, if you like fractured fairy tales, you like Shrek, but this is more of an adult audience. If you like that kind of stuff, this is the book to read. And then another book I have is American Born Chinese by Jean Lin Yang. This one won a Prince Awards, I think back in 2007 or 2006, one of those. This is a personal favorite of mine because I am Chinese American. So American Born Chinese by Jin Yang. It's all about this kid and how he deals with like bullying and racism and other problems growing up as a Chinese kid in a mostly white suburb. There's other stories too. There's a story of the Monkey King, a traditional Chinese folk character that's woven into the story. I truly love this book. Cannot recommend it enough. And the last book I'm going to recommend, which I don't have on me because I checked it out from the library and so I don't own a copy, is called The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. So let me try to find a cover picture for you. That one you can find on the Libby app, which you can download onto your smart device. So this is a great graphic novel. This is, I guess, this is more geared towards, like American Born Chinese, that one I read when I was in middle school. That's more geared towards the middle school, high school crowd. The Prince and the Dressmaker is more for younger ages, but I read it as an adult a couple of years ago and I really enjoyed it. So this is all about a prince, and he loves to wear dresses. It's his thing, but he kind of hides it from people. When he gets a new dressmaker, the dressmaker finds out and she's able to create these elaborate costumes for him, but then the prince kind of has to decide whether or not he should reveal the fact that he wears dresses to his father and things like that. The art is gorgeous, especially the coloring and the style. So as long as you have a library card and your PIN number, you can log into the Libby app or you can log into the Hoopla app and you can read any of these graphic novels. So the two that are on Libby are The Prince and the Dressmaker, and the other one is American Born Chinese. This one is also on Libby. The other three that I mentioned are on the Hoopla app. So again, these are Fables Volume 1, Legends in Exile by Bill Willingham. Shoe Volume 1, Taster's Choice, is also on Hoopla. This is by John Layman. And Watchmen by Alan Moore. This whole graphic novel is on Hoopla as well. So if you have any questions about getting a library card, digitally, being able to use the apps, feel free to contact me. You can email me at maggieleung@wlsmail.org. And I can help you with downloading the Hoopla app or the Libby app onto your phone. And I can also help you out with making a card. So feel free to reach out to me. And even if you're not interested in these books and you still want to know how to get a card online, feel free to reach out. Ossining Public Library, while we're not open right now, we do have a phone line you can call, and you can email us as well.